bestowing tranquility upon him. And one of the best ways of achieving tranquility is being contented and pleased with Allah at all times. Do not challenge your Lord by being contented. One is saved from being like those who challenge their Lord in his decrees and rulings. To understand this, one needs only look at the case of Iblis, the devil. He argued and disputed with his Lord because he was displeased with his decree and ruling. Those who refuse to believe in Allah only do so because they seek to challenge him in might and power instead of submitting to him. Then they abandon his orders, perpetrate what is unlawful, and challenge his divine decree by showing resentment. A just decree. Allah's ruling is binding upon his slave. It will come to pass, and it is a just ruling as mentioned in the hadith. Your decree concerning me will be carried out, and you are just with me in your ruling. Allah the Most High has forbidden himself from being unjust with his slaves. Indeed, it is people themselves who do wrong and are unjust. The above mentioned hadith, and you are just with me in your ruling, also includes the decree of sinning in its effect and its punishment. Allah is the most just regarding his decree for sinning and for its punishment. He may have ordained a sin for one of his slaves for reasons that are beyond our grasp. There might be a purpose which, due to its being so profound in its ramifications, is known only to him, and that is the belief of the Muslim. Resentment yields no return. Being resentful about one's situation generally issues from two possibilities. Either it is caused by not achieving what one desires, or by the occurrence of what one hates. Yet, if one truly believes that whatever has passed him by was never meant for him, and whatever afflicted him was always meant to be, then he has no reason to feel disgruntled. The Messenger of Allah said, "The pen has dried concerning what you will meet with. The ordaining is finished with. The decree is completed. The measure of things has been written. The pen are raised and the pages have dried." Safety is in contentment. Contentment offers safety in that the contented heart is healthy and free from deceit, corruption and rancor, and it is only a sound and healthy heart that will be saved from Allah's punishment. A heart that is safe and free from doubt, disbelief, and the various tricks of the devil. Such a heart is only concerned about how to please Allah. Say, Allah sent it down. Then leave them to play in their vain discussions. Bitterness and resentfulness are concepts that are foreign to the healthy heart, and so the more one is contented with Allah's decree, the more healthy and sound one's heart will be. Wickedness, corruption, and deceit accompany discontent, while a healthy heart, righteousness and sincerity accompany. Contentment, also jealousy. Is another of the fruits of discontent. Being pleased with Allah is a quality that is like a good tree that is nourished by the water of sincerity in the garden of pure Islamic monotheism. Its roots are faith and its branches are good deeds. It is a tree bearing fruit that is fresh and sweet. The Prophet said, one has tasted the taste of faith if one is pleased with Allah as his Lord, with Islam and his religion, and with Muhammad as a messenger. Dissatisfaction is the door to doubt. Dissatisfaction opens the door that leads to doubt in Allah, in his decree, in his wisdom, and in his knowledge. Rarely is the complainer free from these accompanying doubts that mix within his heart and permeate his being. If he were to delve deep into himself with honest introspection, he would find his faith to be infirm and questionable. Contentment and faith are like brothers that accompany one another. Meanwhile, doubt and discontentment have a similar fraternal relationship. Tirmidhi related that the Prophet said, if you are able to show contentment with faith, then do so. If not, then verily there is much goodness in patience. With that which the self hates, so those who are dissatisfied are resentful on the inside and also angry, even if their anger is not expressed in words. Inside them mingles an assortment of questions such as why has this happened or how could this be? Satisfaction is richness and safety. Whoever fills his heart with satisfaction regarding the divine decree, Allah fills his heart with richness, safety, and comfort. And whoever becomes dissatisfied, then his heart will be filled with the opposite, and his heart will be preoccupied with matters that clash with happiness and success. Therefore, contentment empties the heart of all superfluous carriage, thus leaving it entirely for Allah. Discontent removes from the heart all the thought of Allah, and so there is no real life for the resentful, complaining person who always feels that he is shifting from one problem to the next. He feels his sustenance to be insufficient, his luck poor, his problems manifold, and above all, he feels that he is deserving of more. Basically, he is discontented with what Allah decreed for him. How then can such a person find comfort, peace, and a good life? That is because they followed that which angered Allah and hated that which pleased him. So he made their deeds fruitless. The fruit of contentment is thankful. Contentment leads to thankfulness, which is among the highest levels of faith. In truth, it is the reality of faith. The epitome of all the differing levels of righteousness is thankfulness of Allah. And the one who is not content with Allah's favors and rulings, and with his givings and his taking away, is not thankful to him. Indeed, the thankful person is the most blessed and prosperous of people. The fruit of discontentment is disbelief. Resentment causes one to deny the favors of Allah. Eventually, perhaps it could even lead to disbelieving in Allah. If the slave is pleased with his Lord in all circumstances, what follows necessarily is being thankful to him. He therefore becomes among the pleased and thankful ones. But if he is devoid of contentment, and he becomes among the resentful ones, and follows the ways of the disbelievers, falsehood and deviation in beliefs only occurred because many of Allah's slaves